black walnut. I'm going to make a salt pot out of this. My good lady's mum's birthday, Jen, happy birthday. But which way round do I cut it? Because we've got lots of splits, and lots of splits. Ooh. Decisions. Salt dish. So I think get rid of that pith there. And we should get the foot sort of here. Make the middle, both sides. What's the top? And then the lid somewhere around there. Don't do this at home, kids. Hey everybody, so I'm finally back, finally. So, as you all know, I've had major issues with this, proper big issues. This is now my third head for the Nova Galaxy. This one's a returned second-hand sort of head from Turner's Retreat. I'm going to bring out a video on all the problems, troubles that I've had, but this one is actually just finally getting back to turning. I'm going to make a present for Jen, my good lady's mum, or mother-in-law to be. So yeah, I'm going to make her a salt pot, but I wanted to make something lidded so that I can check whether there's anything out of round or whether it's running eccentric again. I've got an eccentric chuck and I don't need one that's not supposed to be eccentric. So yeah, it's just pretty simple. We're just going to get a little salt pot out of this. I've got the new Nova chuck in here as well, which I've just assembled and put together, which you've probably already seen, maybe. I'll go into a little bit of details. I've had now, four different chucks on 3 different heads. I've been in conversations for over 2 months now, 2.5 months, with America and the UK team at Turner's Retreat. It's not been good. It's not been good at all. To something to take over 3 months since it was reported to be semi-fixed isn't good enough. Once the guys in America got hold of it and it got escalated to them, it got moved along pretty quick. So big thank you to you guys in America. You've done a tremendous job. Thank you. You guys know who you are. There's a certain individual at Turner's Retreat that, I've got no time whatsoever for, and hasn't helped at all. Who gave promises at the very beginning that were incorrect promises to give and hasn't held up to what he promised. So I don't want to speak to the guy anymore, and he doesn't really want to talk to me, even though he promised he'd sort the problem out. So yeah, but there is a guy at Turner's Retreat who has stepped up and helped out, who's new to Turner's, which is Darren. Thank you very much. And I'll be bringing out a video about all this, so just a little bit of a summary. So let's get on it. I'll shut up going on. We'll get on and turn something. Oh, and I got a new toy. Say toy, it's a pretty beefy one. So I've got a new monstrous bowl gouge. Robert Sorby, it's a 3/4 inch bowl gouge. So basically I've been roughing to round with a spindle gouge, which obviously everybody knows they're made from flat stock, not round stock. So where it goes into the handle, it's made from flat and then it's bent round to make the gouge, whereas these are round stock and then they're extruded out or cut milled out to the gouge face. So they're a hell of a lot stronger, they take a lot more vibration, and they're a lot less likely for that flat stock in here to get a weak spot, crack, break, and ultimately come flying across the room, or in my case a lot of the time in the face. So I've also got a new face shield over there, cheap ones like this, you know, rubbish, but I haven't put my hood on the back yet, so I'm still with the old trusty rubbish face shield that's got a couple of dents in it from from things coming off the lathe. Right, okay, let's get this rounded, turn it into a little salt pot for you, Jen. Happy birthday. See what damage we can do. What? Doing? Oh, for God's sake. So yeah, yet again, as you guys can see, I've got another problem now. Okay. Right. Let's quickly just get that face trued up, and then wow, what the hell is all of that? 800. Part it off, and I want to part it off about here. So I'm going to join it and we'll put the lid. Get that fall. Well, I tell you what, this head's going to be going back too. I wonder whether we can make a little phone call. Go, got it. So yeah, I just used the Chestnut product cellulose sanding sealer on it, and I'm now just about to put the Yorkshire grit on there. So I'm turning about 830 now. I've got 15 minutes before I'm going to leave to go pick up my little miss from school. God, it's pretty stuff. God, it feels really smooth as well. It's crazy nice finish to it, that does. Right, and I'm just going to go over that again with another piece of tissue just to make sure the Yorkshire bit's fully buffed off, and then I will put some microcrystalline wax on that. Let's just get that. Oh, what is it doing? Okay, more crystalline wax on it. Just give it a buff off now. Looks nice. Right, I'll go and pick up a little bit. See you guys in a bit. Lovely, look at that. That's good. Okay.
Daddy, I'm going to get dressed and then I'm going to go for a wee and then I'll be ready.
So just put that on there. That should be lovely. God, that's a bit quieter, isn't it? Drill out of it. Out of the way. If anything, that's a bit too tight still. Still a little bit tight, really. Oh, I'm pressing the on button, it's not doing anything. Oh, bloody thing. Alright, get it sand and sealed up. Okay, again, you guys know this anyway. Sand and sealer is chestnut. Oh, you gotta love walnut. Comes out a lovely colour. I'll bang some sanding sealer on the outside where this split is here, so we can then put some glue in that then, you see. Get it glued up. There's also a hole somewhere there, a little hole that wants some glue in it as well. To be fair, if I had any sawdust, I'd probably get some sawdust in that hole. And then re-sanding seal it. But I think that hole's going to open up again when we when I turn the outside, because I'm going to cut a better shape into the outside. Probably just smoothen it, actually keep it straight. But I've got to get rid of this. Didn't see that little chip out there, so I've got to get rid of that, which is going to reduce my wall thickness, but we're okay because we're straight walled here. We're slightly in actually, but that'll be okay. So Yorkshire grit time, and whilst I'm Yorkshire gritting it, I suppose we should really have a chat about the lathe itself, what the problems are, and what problems I'm encountering, and all this sort of thing. So basically, I'm on now my third head of the lathe. It's the third one I've had. This one doesn't seem to have, it's got a little bit of eccentric problems. It's warbling a tiny bit, but it's within parameters apparently, and not as bad as what the other ones were. Definitely not. I mean, even I know it's definitely not anywhere near as bad as what the other ones were warbling. But it's warbling, and any warble to any lathe you don't really want, do you? So it's annoying to say the least, if I'm honest. But my problem with this lathe is the fact that the controls seem to not work, or work whenever they want, which is really weird, and I don't know why it's doing that. It seems to work 1 minute and not the next. You tell it to turn off, it turns off, it engages the brakes, and then it says ready to start. You press the button to it to start, and it does nothing. So it kind of like says it works when it wants to work, sort of thing. So, which is really bad and annoying. And it's got this horrendous vibration this warble vibration noise to it, and I don't honestly understand what it is. I would have said it was resonation from the machine, but it doesn't do it at set RPMs. So look, we've got it going off now. That's 755, and it's doing it worse. Turn out 550, it stops it. But it'll do that noise all over the place, which is the confusing part. I need more Yorkshire bit. So it's not got a pattern. It's not like you set it to a certain speed and the warble starts. It'll do it at any bloody speed. And randomly it'll do it one time and then not the next. I thought it was something to do with the brakes, when the brakes are engaged. But again, it's not. So I honestly, I'm at a loss. I don't know what it is with this machine. So we're quite happy with the eccentric part of this machine because the lid fits. So I'm quite happy with that, but I'm definitely not happy with that warbling, with that noise that comes from the head. I mean, it's not getting hot, it's not warm, it's not hot or anything, so I wouldn't think it's anything rubbing or anything, but it's just a really weird noise that I know over time, with the vibration that's going through the machine, when it does that noise, it has to be causing some kind of effect or damage or something long term. And obviously I plan to have this lathe for a very, very long time. At £3,000, you want the lathe to work for an extremely long time. I want it to be the last machine I have to buy it, if I'm honest. I love the machine, I think it's great. The other options that I've been given, where to start really. I'm not going to go too in depth with it because I'm still in talks with them, but basically it started off talking to Turner's Retreat, who pretty much got to the point of, well, we don't know what to do now, so here, have your money back. We'll have the lathe back, you have your money back. After lots of discussions that was, and also getting to the point that I'm like, well, I don't know what else to do. I don't want to have the money back because as a disabled turner, this lathe, as I get better at turning, I'm going to be able to turn the head on the lathe and be able to turn it outboard like this, and I'll be able to get in then. But I mean, I haven't done it yet because I don't feel that I've done anything big enough or deep enough to warrant me doing that, and I'm not good enough yet to be doing that sort of stuff. So I'm just doing little things, so I don't think I'm that good yet. I'll get there eventually, but yeah, so they got to the point that they said, right, here, you might as well we'll have the lathe back, you have your money back. And I said, I don't want that, it's not going to fix the problem, that's just you getting out of it. You basically saying, well, we don't know what else to do here. So luckily I was already speaking on the internet with a guy from America. Oh, there you go, 8:55. No. So I was already talking to a guy from America who I didn't actually know works Technotool, which is Nova Galaxy if you guys didn't know that. So I was talking to him and I said, well, actually I've been talking to this guy from America, and they said, oh right, well, our guy's from America that we go to. So I ended up having a conference call with everybody, the guy I know from America or I've been talking to, the main man from America that Turner's Retreat deal with, I'm not going to drop any names in there, and also Turner's Retreat at the same time. So we was all talking together, and we came up with a consensus that, right, the chucks need testing. So obviously I've bought a dial indicator, this all been tested. I've had four chucks and 3 heads. The 4 chucks I have all been tested on other machines and read absolutely perfect, absolutely brilliant. The spindle on the lathe runs pretty good. This has all taken months to get to this point. The spindle on the lathe runs pretty damn good on the other heads that I had, yet you put a chuck on it and it's miles out. So obviously that tells me, and everybody else that I know have said, Well, clearly there's a problem with the threads on the spindle there, which if you look at my lathe problems video, Nova lathe problems, you will see. But the thing that doesn't make much sense is these, which I agree with the guys from America, is these are CNC machined all in one time. The spindle and the threads are cut all at one time, apparently. I mean, I don't know, I've never watched the process of this being made, but apparently they're all CNC together, all in one go, and it's physically impossible for the shaft to be perfect, spindle to be perfect. Oh, by the way, I'm using the nice microphone one. It's impossible for the spindle to be perfect, yet the threads to be cut wrong. I don't think that's quite right, and I did challenge that theory, but was assured it is impossible. So they think it's impossible that, but everybody I spoke to said no, definitely you must have a problem with the threads and how the chucks are sitting on. So they agreed to me, which made sense to me. They agreed for me to take the. Sorry, I'll just turn the lathe down. 355 RPM. They agreed for me to take my 3 chucks. This is a new one from Nova. Take my 3 chucks, 2 turners retreat, put them on different lathes, different heads, these Nova Galaxy heads, and test them and find the best one. So that is exactly what I did. I took them up there, I tested them on all sorts of different ones. We had 3 of them in a row that I tested on. One of them was no good because the motor was making a horrible metal grinding noise, which sounded horrendous. So clearly I'm not going to have that. Then another one was really chipped up, damages, big scratches across it here. I mean, this is a return as well. We don't know why it's been returned, but I think I know right now. Big scratches across here, big chips here, big chips around there. Looked like it'd been absolutely beaten up. Yet when we tested the spindle, it had less than 0.01 of run out, which I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I was really impressed with it. However, then we tested it with a chuck on and put a step center in the middle of it. Well, I could actually see the warble on the step center. I could physically see it warbling up and down, and I said straight away, right, well, we can't have that one then because it's warbling exactly the same as my original one was. So we picked this one. This one, we tested the outside of it. Yep, the spindle was tested worse than the other spindle, but well within parameters, so I'm happy. Then we put a chuck on and test the outside of the chuck body. Yeah, it was 0.1, so 0.1 or 0.09. It was bouncing between those two. Which again is within parameters. I think only just, but is within parameters. And then we put a step center in and tested that, and it was 0.09. Which again, I was really happy with. That was fine. I'm really happy with that. Bring it home. Been using it. I mean, it was tested there and said it was okay, but it was only tested for like 20 minutes. I brought it home, I've had it, and this is the first video. You guys have seen it, you've heard it. I'd love for somebody to tell me in the comments what the hell is going off with it. Because I don't know. People have said that, or people at Nova have said that it can be resonation from the machine, which resonation from the machine I fully understand and I agree with. My old one did do that a little bit at about 3,000 or 2,700 RPM, but that's fine. I understand that every machine in the world has some resonation to it somewhere at a certain speed. It has to. That's not a problem, not at all. I'm aware of that. and they've said that to get rid of it, most people are just basically tightening one of the feet up, or giving it a bit of a bash, and that'll get rid of it because it causes a vibration through the machine. Well, the thing is, it doesn't stop this. You give it a bit of a bash like that, it doesn't stop the noise, doesn't even change it slightly. You do a foot of tightening the foot up, doesn't change it at all. So nothing seems to stop the noise apart from changing the speed. And then, like you can see, I'm at 1200 now. That's the speed that it was making the noise at earlier, whereas 1220 it wasn't. So I'm at 1205, so 1205 at the minute, and it's not making the noise. I'm pressing on hard, so the machine's got to work a little bit. No noise. So it doesn't make any sense. I'd love you guys to tell me in the comments what you think, because the only thing that's left now is for me to accept that, okay, I'll have my money back. But then I am in trouble because I don't have a lathe then. I can't send videos or make videos for you guys online to watch. I can't make things for customers or for friends and family if I'm making something for a birthday like I'm doing now. I've got all sorts of loads of ideas and loads of things I want to do. Oh, it's a nice fresh one. So many things that I want to do and make, and I can't do any of it because I can't get a lathe. If I give this back in the UK here, it's going to take me probably 2 months to get a new lathe, maybe longer than that. And this thing is amazing for me. It does everything that I want it to do. I just want it to work right, and I don't think that that's a big ask really. And Nova, Nova in America seem to want to get their teeth into it and work at it, whereas the UK guys are a bit. One guy's okay. He's the guy I'm dealing with, Darren. He wouldn't mind me saying his name online, so that's fine. But he's okay. He's new to the team, so he doesn't know a lot of the problems that's happened with these ones, or it's why it's been sent back. But the guys before, or the guy before him, I have no time for whatsoever. He's just an absolute arse. And when you promise something, to me, if you promise somebody something, you make sure you do it. You stick to your word and you do what you say you're going to do. And this guy just doesn't give a damn, clearly. And he's supposed to be a master turner. Haven't seen any of his work. His work is probably absolutely amazing. 10 times what I could ever do. But as a person, I don't really care, because if you're not going to be good enough to stick to what you've told somebody, then I don't care how good you are, if I'm honest. It's nice and shiny. I can see these weird colours again, like I saw before. Yeah, that's nice, huh? Yep, so that's the inside done. It fits nice and tight. Very tight. I just need to get some glue in there, I think. But we'll attack that when it comes to it. I think we'll get something in there actually. So yeah, that's where we are with the problems with the lathe. I think this one's going to be going back as well. And then I don't know what to do, because apparently they haven't got any others in the UK. That is it. What I've got is it. Apparently. They don't have any more. I'm going to microcrystalline the inside of this. Yeah, so, you know, that's what they're saying is, basically, Dan, that is it. You've got what we've got. We're waiting for more to come into the UK, but goodness knows when that's going to happen. And I'm like, well, I need a lathe to work on all the time. A lathe for me isn't just a lathe. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's just a hobby, you know, it's just a lathe you have in the shed and you enjoy turning, yes, yes, it's something you really enjoy doing, but at the end of the day, it's a hobby. To me, it's not really just a hobby. I have a few issues with my head, and it's sort of like I get stressed pretty easily. I've been dealing with symptoms of PTSD, which I've been told I'm borderline PTSD, but they won't diagnose me with it, which I'm quite happy about. But I use the lathe to really calm me down, and to sort of de-stress, get rid of problems in life and that, which a lot of people do. And I don't think it's fair to be left with this is the only option. You either put up with the lathe doing this, or you wait 3 months to get a new lathe, or even longer, and a lathe that's not as good as this. Kind of is how it is. I'll stop ranting on, shut up and get on with this. I'll wait 20 minutes for that, and then I'll buff it up and get it done. That's it, we're pretty much done. Right then, so we've got that all polished up on the inside, lovely. And we can get the lid put on it, and we'll get it the right way around. Nope. Aha, there it is. There you go, lovely. Alright. Brakes engaged, it says. I don't know why it still says that, so ready to run. Okay. That's really cool, didn't know that. Vibro Hero 9 works with no battery in it. Right, so we're just gonna, I've got it sanded and sealed up, but I'm actually gonna take this nib off and then sand up the top, and then I can sand and seal that middle bit there, and then I can Yorkshire grit the whole thing in one go. So as you see, I kept the back of the gouge there, so it's really shiny and clean look. I kept that pressing against the lid, and when I saw that little nib stop, kept pushing it in until I saw that little nib stop. like it did there. Right, we can Yorkshire grit the whole thing now. It's pretty shiny. I'm going to use the microfine one now. Look at the bug hole.
Is that a bug hole?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And then that's a split
Yeah.
that I filled.
Look at the rings in it.
It's tiny.
It might even be good if you don't finish it, because you know what Dad will want to watch you do.
I need to crystalline this now. How shiny it is, Billy.
Oh, that's so shiny. That's so cool.
And I haven't crystallized it yet. I haven't even got the final finish on it yet. Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm liking this one. I like walnut. I need to get some more of it. Hoover away, boys. Hoover away.
Man away, boy. Man away. Because the thingy didn't, they didn't have any, what is it, no more petrol or something.
Yeah.
But, man away, boys. Man away.
It's the lid. You can see the inside. It fits on lovely. Oh, if you put it on in the right place, might help, don't you? Okay. It's nice. So we're going to take it off, put it on the reverse bowl drawers, and get the tenon turned off the bottom. Lovely. Quite nice in the kitchen, wasn't it? The logos come out okay-ish. I mean, you can read it. Wheelsdan, handcrafted, you can definitely read, and you know it's me. So, quite happy with that one. The wood's pretty cool. Pretty tight fit. All the way around. Grains all match up. Right, over to the sticker board. Over there. Got you some surprises as well. Hey guys, so as you've been watching, told you over to the sticker board. A little salt pot. Just a little one, it's only small. Comes apart quite nicely. It's a birthday present for my good lady's mum, so my mother-in-law to be. Maybe by the end of the year when we get married. Yep, it's done. It's quite shiny. The lid fits relatively well actually, so I think the eccentricity part of it, it's still definitely eccentric because if you turn the lid 90 degrees, you can just feel the smallest of the lid. It's tiny. It's not something that I'd really be worried about, but it's still there. So yeah, it is a little bit, I'd say still is a little bit eccentric, but I'm a bit eccentric really. Yeah, it's cool. Birthday present for you, Jen. I'll leave that up there. And we've got some really cool stuff as well. Since my video on the beard invasion that everybody's seen, lots of people have been talking to me, which has been really, really cool. I've been really gutted that this flipping thing hasn't been able to be used because this is my third head, 4 chucks now. And we've finally got something that is usable. Apart from I don't think it is usable, as you've probably heard in the video, all the racket it makes, and it's not at a set RPM, which is what everybody has been saying to me. Oh yeah, it's resonation in the machine, set RPMs. It's not, because it does it at an RPM, then you change the speed, come back to the RPM and doesn't do it. Although you can change the speed of it and it'll do it at a different RPM. So it's definitely not that. I've also said about balance of the machine. That bed has been leveled. I've leveled it both ways across it, forward and sideways, with spirit level, and it's bang on level. However, yeah, maybe one of the feet aren't touching the floor 100%, so we've adjusted the feet whilst it's doing it. Nah, I've even banged it whilst it's doing, which should cause its own vibration through the machine and should stop the noise. Hasn't stopped the noise. It's definitely inside the machine that's doing it, because the whole thing's vibrating, it's buzzing. The bass isn't buzzing, just the machine's buzzing. That it's also locked down really, really hard. Just trying to answer all the questions that people might have. But anyway, back to where I was. So the cool part is, I've got a shed load. I've got a load of stickers. For me, a load anyway. I've got quite a lot. I've got four more to put on today, and I've got a couple more in the post on the way as well. And I've also sent my stickers back out to you guys finally. Sorry it's taken a while. Just had a bit of to do with the head with this bloody thing. So yeah, sorry. So you're going to see, you've got HB wood turning, Hans. You've got BB turning, Shay. You've got Colin wood wizardry as well. And you've got Jiggy's shed. So John. All of them are going to be on my board to go in with the other ones that I've got, which I'm really happy about. Thank you very much. And I've got some nice letters as well, and I've also got a parcel to open from Vicky, who I made the key bowl for. She actually sent me a parcel, which I don't know what's in it yet, but I've got to open it, so I can't wait for that one. So we have these, they're going to be on that board. See? How quick was that? Oh, done. Yeah, so you got Hans up there. John, you're over here because you fit quite nicely in there. Colin, you're in here. And Shay, you're there. All these guys are going to be up there all the way through me talking and jabbering on. as I usually do. So they're all going to be up the top, links to their channels, and I'll also put links to their channels in the description if you go on there and have a look. And you can also contact me on there, give me some information if you'd like something made. If you want me to make something, I'm now obviously back turned again, hopefully for a while, until we sort out this racket on this machine. So yeah, we're back to the big projects as well. So, and I've also got plenty of things over there to do a bit of a show for you guys and do a review on it. So yeah, all in all, I'm happy with the finish on it. Yes, it's got some issues with this racket, different issue this time, not so much the eccentricity part of it, which is within parameters, more to do with the racket that it's making, which definitely isn't right, because that's going to break it long term, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm happy Wheelsdan, because I get to turn again, so that makes me happy. Sorts the head out. And yeah, if you can comment, like and subscribe, that supports the channel. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and that will allow me to then do community stuff as well, and put websites up and link other people in, instead of having to just do a channel, which is a bit difficult. And I'll probably put some promotion stuff on there as well then. I also can put a shop on when I get to 1,000 subscribers and I get monetized or whatever it is. I can put a shop on and start putting some of my bits on, like the hats and stuff. Oh, there's one here, look. I'm going to start putting the hats on. I have my hat just sat up there in case it's cold in it. But yeah, so please help out the channel. I'll see you next time.